But the first thing I did want to ask is, how is AI being deployed on the field, on the ice, on the court right now?
Yeah, well, I need to preface this by saying that sports analytics departments are extremely secretive, more so than military government organizations I've worked with, I would have to say.
Make the case for
So,
it. Why is that?
because they don't want the competition to catch on. They want, they want that edge, and every little bit counts. So, I'm sure that there are plenty of things that I don't know about, that we don't know about, that are being used. The other thing is that from an academic viewpoint, AI has been around for a long time. It's had its ups and downs, and there isn't one thing that is in fact, most of us include statistical techniques that are becoming more sophisticated within the AI family. And so when we talk about statistical analysis, there are all kinds of things that are being done, and some of those things have led to, in baseball, the shift being banned, the diminution of the bunt that might be coming back a little bit, and re-examining the value of steals, and all kinds of things like that. So I think that it's somewhat evolutionary in that some of the things you really can't tell, like how much ChatGPT and what we call generative AI is being used increasingly, but of course it's relatively new for all of us. But the thing in that I think sports organizations, like all organizations, have is we're collecting so much data, which is great, um, but we don't know what to do with it.
Hmm.
So AI is helping to slice and dice the data and separate the signal from the noise, and be able to tell, for instance, front office executives kind of what they really need to know.
I
And
think
we
there.
talk, yeah, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, no, no. I was just gonna say, I sent you a list of bullet points of some unanswered questions. To your point, so many questions over answers right now on this front. The one thing that really stood out to me first was we're all kind of reevaluating how AI might replace A, the human experience, but B, also jobs. In the sports world, what do you think some of the first jobs to go might be? Might it be someone who is quite literally keeping the book, in baseball? Or could it be announcers? I mean, we've seen introductions on networks. What might be the first to get scrapped?
Yeah, well, you've brought up some really good examples, and I think that some teams in some sports have cut back on their scouting because they're getting really good data and can analyze it. And people are doing experiments in broadcasting, or at least even being able to interpret a video scene. Watching, the computer sees the video, ingests it, and says, "Oh, that's a ground ball to the shortstop. The shortstop threw to the first baseman. That's the second out of the inning." And imitating voices and all. So there's all of that, but what it brings up in sports particularly, and I've been told this by professionals for many years, is there are humans involved. We're talking about humans. The people on the field are humans, the fans are humans. And so, we can sort of pick and choose kind of around the corners, but at the core, it's a human experience. I mean, even you could have a machine sitting in the dugout of a baseball game telling players what to do, when to bunt, when to steal, when to put in a pinch hitter, when to pull the pitcher.
Doesn't that make it much less exciting if you're a fan?
Yeah, it's not really a human experience anymore. And so I think that's really that's the big thing. In 1,000 years, who knows? But during our lifetimes, I think that, we're pretty close to the point um where people are discovering, hey, it's a great business idea. In theory, we could do it, but in reality, it's not something that is really attractive. People get turned off by it.